audiovisual project. Could you briefly describe who is Mr. Hector Balderas and what catalyzed your hunger for education and your career path?
Well, I'm a father, a husband, and most importantly, an advocate for northern New Mexico. I was raised in a small community in northern New Mexico, and I really see education as a way to open so many doors for families, and so it's why I choose to be here and work among the great New Mexicans that also choose to reside in this beautiful area.
Oh, thank you. The students of the Northern community look up to you as our leader and appreciate the support and good attitude you bring to our college. What exactly brought you to Northern New Mexico College? Out of all the fine institutions in New Mexico, what caught your eye about NNMC?
You know, I'm passionate about the opportunities and also the struggle that has existed here. This is a phenomenal community that's resilient, brilliant, and has so much potential. And so when I saw an opportunity to come serve here and join the fight, I really just got excited and really motivated to make a difference. And so I think my appeal, though, and my attraction and my journey here really started when I was a youngster, because it was a school like Northern that opened doors for me and really gave me an opportunity to secure an education. And I never forgot that. And so I wanted to be one of the individuals who came to give something back to this great community.
And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. President, you yourself came from a small rural community. What piece of advice can you give students from a similar background? Perhaps even those that currently struggle on a day-to-day basis to make ends meet, but nevertheless make it to class.
Well, I have two pieces of advice, because for so many years I was ashamed of where I came from. And a lot of times when you're young, you're given these mixed messages that either you're not good enough or you come from a poor community. So many years I spent trying to get out of that small town and almost being afraid of who I was. And so my two pieces of advice to all people from small towns are, number one, never forget where you came from, because there is value in all our stories. And it took me probably the first 20 years of my life to really figure out that I didn't come from a small town. We were poor, but I came from a grandfather who was a war hero. And even though he was poor and a plumber in northern New Mexico, it was years later that I started to realize this small, poor town has had some courageous leaders, and that I come from good flock and really a great community. And the second piece of advice I have is that we who come from small towns can compete with anyone in the world. And so I've gone from being a college dropout to meeting presidents of the United States. And I believe here at Northern, we can compete with anyone, anywhere in the world. And so that belief really stems from coming from a small town and being given an opportunity to go to a great college like Northern.
It's very powerful. As a part of the bigger picture, what lies on the road ahead? Some students aren't well versed in technology, and some of us feel a bit uncertain at this time. With the coming of Canvas and total replacement of Blackboard, could you perhaps share with us words of encouragement?
Absolutely. The most valuable resources we have at Northern are the stories that drive our students. And so I see technology as another medium in which we can learn that language and master our story and tell our story to the world, so that we inspire innovation, we inspire cultural capacity, we inspire learning. I believe that Northern students not only will succeed, but really have the solutions to a lot of the societal problems that we're struggling. You know, it's not just nurses that are going to get a nursing degree. They're going to help us with addiction. It's not just teachers that are going to teach in our classrooms. They're going to really mitigate and minimize trauma. So I see technology as a wonderful opportunity to leverage and scale the brilliant community that Northern has in our backyard. And so that's a great opportunity. But I was always afraid of technology, so I just remind people, technology is another language. So we are bilingual, trilingual, we speak much. So if we speak much, we can learn the computer science language. And so that's where we want to bring culture and technology, and I believe that it's going to be a game changer for the future of Northern.
Oh, thank you. To conclude this meeting, is there anything you'd like to voice to our fellow students and staff members?
Yes, that the students have the power. I'm not going to wait till students get great jobs and nice cars. I want every student to know that we are driven to serve and partner with them as they accomplish their dreams. And so I am truly student centric. I grew up in a community that didn't have any power. So I want every student to know that it's not the faculty or staff here at Northern that have the power. We want to follow in a direction that you want to pursue your dreams. And so we want every student to feel welcome here and empowered, that they are the priority of this institution, and we're grateful to work with them.
Thank you so much for that. As a student, that actually is powerful. You know, I first came here feeling insecure, uncertain. I did not have the ability to speak to somebody face to face this way. You know, actually, the community here, the feeling of oneness is what actually has brought out, you know, my personality. It's brought out my ability, everybody's ability in this department to be able to come out here and record. I want to thank you so much from the Department of Teaching and Learning. Thank you so much for your time and for being a part of this.
Thank you for having, letting me share the opportunity with you as well.
Thank you.